Hey everyone, have a fun video for you. Sadly, it's a World of Warplanes replay, so my camera angles are not going to line up as they would if it was recorded through my software. I just didn't have my recording software going. So just a bit of a setup. This is the last battle of the night before our Heart of the Griffin stuff got shut off on the first wave of this weekend, and I'm desperately trying to get that grade 2 multi-roll for another box. And I knew I had one more shot at it, so I'm going with the TL just on a hunch, on a gut feeling. And I guess I'm not the only one. You see Bubbles up there in his, and we're trying to get it done. We're also joined by a Hornet and a MB5 down tiered from us. And then on the other side, we're facing off against a specialized Black Widow, specialized Yak 3RD, Yak 15, and a TU-10. So they've got a bomber, specialized Black Widow, and 2 turn fighters. So I'm just going to work the edges on this. That's usually a great thing to do in your multi-roll anyway, is work the edges. If you're looking at the screen right now, sorry, my cold is back. If you're looking at the screen right now, you can see I've got this thing set up just purely on a maneuver build, and that's it's fast enough as it is. Great boost, great engines, and so I'm just going to go around the map as fast as I can. Now for grade 2, I need a lot of capture points. I need a lot of zones captured, and I also need to be defending, which is one of the difficult parts of rolling the multi-rolls on these marathon weekends. And it's been a while since I played the TL. I'm like trying to remember, okay, how much do my rockets do? How much do my bombs do? All right, I got some stuff in. And fortunately, I've got some teammates with me, so this is going to go fast. I'm able to duck and weave on one of the airbots there, the defense guys. Come over and try and put him out of his misery. But of course, even with full turn build, this thing doesn't turn all that well necessarily. Fortunately, I'm going to pop him, and we're going to get it done. So I turn to see the other base and realize, oh, there's the player, TU-10, and I think this guy's turning away from me to put me in his tail guns, and I don't want any part of that. I want to keep my HP intact so I can take this field. So I'm going to use the plateau to kind of beef between me and him. And at this point, I realize, oh, there's 3 people moving in, 3 of them. And I look up and see, oh, P-47, the Yak 15. Now we're in trouble, right? And sure enough, the Yak 15 is going to come down on my head. So I know I'm faster than him. I'm just going to leave him behind. I'm going to take a few shots, but I'm multi-roll. I got plenty of HP. Of course, he crits my pilot, because why not, from the rear. And we're just going to keep going. 1,000 away. I realize I get my bombs back in a few seconds here. I'm going to be alone in the zone anyway. I don't want to deal with all that. We're just going to fly out. We're just going to leave. And it's okay to do that. Sometimes you need to reset in these matches. We're even up at the top. I know I've got other teammates here. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I see he's up on the corner here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to turn right by him and go. We're going to see what happens. If he's following me, it's going to take him a little while to come around this rock, and he may not even notice where I've gone. So why not? We're just going to burn through. I'm also getting my regen going, and my bombs are going to be back by the time I hit the zone. So just boost out the rest. And sure enough, you see him come up right there and turn the wrong way, and then, yeah, he's not getting back in time. We're going to dunk on this zone. I know we got the 1070 with me. It's a bot, but I know I can finish this off before he gets back. Just soften up these targets, drop some bombs, drop my ordnance, and then see if I can get enough distance to turn on him. And you can see right here, he makes a decision. He's already 1,300 back. I probably could have turned at this moment. But he decides to dive on the bot instead, which is probably a smart move. Go for the secure thing, right? It takes me a second to realize I've got a heavy bot on my tail. Thankfully, I've got that HP back, and we're just going to up and over and come in again. This time, I realized, oh, the bot's way out of the zone. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. This was weird for me. I've never seen a bot go this far outside the zone before. So I figured, well, I'll take the easy kill, and then I realized, nope, the Yak's closing in. Got to do something about that. And now I have no idea what he was doing here. Well, if he missed that I was coming for him or what, but thankfully I got in the first licks, and it was more than enough. Now I just got to stay alive long enough to cap this zone. Think, all right, can I finish this off? No, I can't, because I'm a terrible shot. All right, can I finish that one off? I don't know. Maybe. Yes. Okay. 40. Now I just got to shoot down a plane. 2 small ones. What do I do? What do I do? I'm looking around. All right, there's 20 more right there. It really helps knowing what you're dealing with on capture points. And then I realized, gosh, I whiffed really bad on that rocket, and now I'm going to have to do this with guns. And hopefully these 2 guys behind me are not going to come down on top of my head. And thankfully we're able to do it right there. But I don't know if you saw on the minimap or not, if you were watching, good. The Act-15 is respawned. So I don't have time for the head-on, or at least to make a head-on count, and I'm too low on HP, so I'm just going to dirt this thing while the timer's out. There's the kill. Reset, start again, right? So I take this opportunity, and you should too, in the replay, in your respawn time, to kind of check and see what's going on. I realize we're down 4-1. But for some reason, I don't need the win necessarily. I just need the grade. And I know right now I've got 2 sectors, 250. Okay. If I can pick up 1 more sector, maybe I can quick change this middle here. And I know that the P61 is up high with bubbles. So if I can stay down low, I might can do another streak in low altitude bombing like I just did for the previous zones. I've already got my bomb back. Rockets are going to be back pretty soon anyway. So here we go. We're going to soften things up a little bit. See if we can finish one off. I realize we got an easy kill here with the F2G. Nope, he's going to try and come at us. He turns off, excuse me, so I'm going to just use the rockets. I'm going to get in here and do what I can damage-wise. We're down to 40. I'm down to 90 hit points. I've got a dodge. And thankfully, we get the zone flipped. Just barely, right before Trooper and the P61 both come in. So now that's my 3rd sector, and I'm feeling pretty good. I've climbed another grade. I'm like, this is it. I am getting this box. This is one of the more fun matches I've had in a while, and I hate that I didn't do a full record for you guys. But this is World of Warplanes 2.0 at its best. When you can come in and have these tense matches. They're fast-paced, but you feel like you're accomplishing some things. I decide, okay, I've cap a 4th zone, that'd be even better for my grade, but looking at this and realize we got 3 guys in there, 2 almost dead bots, one of them's a ground attacker. We're going to take that zone before I can do anything. And if we're going to flip this, we're going to turn this around, this rocket base is going to be key to that. I need to keep the rocket base in our possession. P61's headed out the zone. I don't want to tangle with him anyway. I'm just going to try and defend. I'm going to get some of those kills up on the 0 destroy when defending. If I can get 1 or 2, just get a few more points, might make a difference here. And keep the enemy out of this zone, because I know the bombers are coming in. And the best way to foil the bombers is to take down planes halfway through that bombing raid, right? Get the cap points on the zone right back up where they were. So a little bit of a displacement, lag roll here, trying to get behind this guy. Make sure I've got room. And we were able to get it done, thankfully. But I see the bomber below, and I definitely want him out of the picture, especially with the command center bombers coming in. So I'm going to ignore the F2G for now. I have a huge hit point pool. I'm just going to soak it. Pretty sure he can't keep up with me anyway. Can't get to the bomber in time, but this Hornet is in trouble. And I know we're getting close to that squall line. So I'm just going to leave the zone. Another displacement roll. Hope I get my pilot back. And I do. So just long enough. Now that Hornet's out for good. Thankfully we're in the zone, so now I'm up to 2. And I'm 1 grade away. I can smell it, right? I just got to get this done. I want the bomber, but I don't have the hit points for the bomber. I do have hit points for the F2G, though. So we're going to go for him first. Clear him out, and that's going to keep the zone in our hands a little bit longer. Think about going for the AL-10. I think bot rear gunner I can handle better. And if I can get him out, that's one less thing I have to worry about. Thankfully, even though they flipped the zone, something's happening here. We're at squall line and they're half gone. And the bomber, who's going to be one of the other issues, is also gone. So even though we've lost the zone, you know, we're clawing our way back. They've got very few planes left, and I'm pretty sure I can flip this zone pretty quick if I do it right. I've got my ordnance. I'm going to drop the rockets. I'm going to get cap points when in where I can. Drop my potato, as VBAT used to say. And although I'm low on HP, I'm pretty sure I can make this work. I'm just going to clear out these AA guns. There we go. That gives me some breathing room on the hit points. Got to avoid air defense aircraft, and then I got to shoot one down. 40 capture points. That's all I need. And that's it. I'm doing the math in my head and realizing status quo, we win. We've got this all together. However, there's also only one left, and it's the specialized P-61, who's done a great job so far. And I'm wondering, can I just finish him out? Can we end this with a solid victory? And then I realize, oh my gosh, he's chasing command center bombers. And I have a boost ready. So here we go. The good news is I know he has to remain slow to stay behind these bombers. It's also a little weird sitting behind the bombers like that. You take a lot of damage from tail guns, especially when you're the only one back there. And I think I'm going to be able to sneak up on this guy probably. He's already half gone. I've got my rockets if I need them. Maybe I can do a head-on, but I don't think I'm going to need it. And sure enough, I don't. He's so low on health at this point. A couple of bursts from the 30s and 20s. And that's all she wrote. Supremacy. At exactly the same time, we finish the last of the enemies. It was a great match. It was tight. It was down to the wire. You can see I got my grade 2 there, so I got my last box. It felt really good. It was nice to fly with a couple other humans and a couple on the enemy team as well. You really got that element. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. That's part of this, right? Everyone played their role. You know, we didn't have a Hornet who was just doing ground attack, and you know, Bubbles scooted around in the M109, same as me, trying to cap things. And Colonel Helson tried to lock down his zone. He had a hard time doing it. That was not against him, though. He's facing off against Specialized Yak 3RD and Yak 15. It was going to go rough for him, but he did what he could. And so at the end of the day, when everyone does what they're supposed to do, you know, you end up having a fun game, and that's exactly what this was. I had a blast with it. You know, looked forward to some more. I hope you've had a good weekend as well. Hope you enjoyed video on rudder control that came out yesterday. Because this is a replay, I don't have the keyboard overlay on it, but I will have that on some future videos for you. And again, if there's anything you'd like to see this week, I had a request on getting the 262's guns to work. So I do have some videos with similar aircraft. And we'll see what we can do, but they are a little bit tricky. And if there's anything you'd like to see, please let me know. Feel free to throw a thumbs up down there, subscribe if you like. Also go check out Postal. He is back, thankfully, making some videos. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get VBAT back in the saddle as well soon. I'm going to go rest my voice. You guys enjoy your weekend. I'll catch you on the next one.